It takes maturity to realize not everything is worth fixing and you have to move on. There are going to be certain people in this world that are literally vampires. They're vampires because they suck you dry of all your time, energy, and your patience. And they do this with that in mind. They do this knowing it. And it's up to us to protect our own energy. It's not up to anybody else. Sometimes there are situations that you care about where the other person doesn't really care about. Sometimes there are family members that do so much damage and you're trying to make amends, but they don't see it that way. They don't see the harm that they're causing. You're trying to maintain a relationship that that person doesn't care about. So I'm not asking you to be heartless. I'm not asking you not to care, but I'm asking you to move on, because to move on is to let go. You already live with so many burdens on your shoulders, and now you're living with the burden of trying to fix a mistake that wasn't even just your mistake. And it was a group effort. It was a group effort, and you're stuck in the mud trying to fix something that is broken. And when you're trying to fix something that's broken, and it wasn't just on your end, it was on both ends, or maybe the other person's end, there's no point, because at the end of the day, you're only gonna hurt yourself even more. You're only gonna do harm to yourself. You have to realize all the moments in our life are delicately connected. This means every single thing is happening for a reason. Those relationships are being broken for a reason. You're dealing with this now for a reason, and it is to build you up. The most important thing to do every single day is to live in moments, because this allows you to understand that A, this might not last forever, and B, in the time where this falls apart, at least I had fun. At least this experience, at least this person ran its course, served me purpose, and taught me things. Because now it is leaving, it's okay. And a lot of people struggle with that. They struggle to imagine or to comprehend that this person is no longer the same person they were before. I am no longer the person I was before, and that's okay, because we were different before and we connected before. And that is what is important, because you need to accept that things change. You need to accept that people come and go, and you need to accept that these moments come and go, and they are all connected. The good, the bad, your pain, your enjoyment, every single thing is connected, and things like this happen for a reason. But there's no point of you being all torn up about something that the other person doesn't even care about. These people will not care the way you care. And sometimes it's hard, because you want to find somebody that cares the way you care. You want to find somebody that loves the way you love. You want to find someone like you. But maybe that wouldn't work out. Maybe those polar opposites are what make us. Because I feel like, if I was around someone like me all the time, maybe it would drive me crazy. And maybe it would. Now, a lot of people have walked in and out of my life. A lot of people I feel like I could have salvaged a lot of things, but it's not up to me. It's not just up to you. And maybe it's fate. Maybe it's just the way things are meant to be. But you can't always just be running. It can't always be so grueling for you to hold on to something that has already slipped through your fingers. You can't hold on to something that has slipped through your fingers. It's not every single thing. It's not every single person. It's not every single moment you can hold on to with all your strength, because it would be impossible to maintain that. Because what if you hold on to it and the same thing happens again, the same event, the same argument, and it's bound to happen, because sometimes these things happen for a reason. Sometimes these moments come and go. Sometimes it really is the end, and that's not so bad when you have all the memories with that person. When you remember a person before they changed, to you they're still that person. But you need to have the awareness that this person has changed, that the situation has changed, that your life has changed, and that's okay. That's not a bad thing. After accepting, the next step is the healing process, to heal, to go out there, to take the first step, to talk to people, to just get back to the way things were, or maybe start afresh, to maybe start new, to maybe create new moments, to live in new moments, and to truly let go. And you know, they say to get over somebody, to get over people, is to just meet new people. And I don't think that's necessarily true. Make sure you have time for yourself. And the bigger picture here, the bigger message here is that not everything deserves your energy. Not everything deserves your energy. Not everything deserves your attention. And you're not fake for holding back who you are from people, because at the end of the day, you still need energy for yourself. A lot of you give out all your energy, and when it's time to you have nothing left. When you're in your moments where it's just yourself, me, myself, and I, you guys have nothing, nada for yourself. And that's because you give it out too much. You give out your energy to vampires. Vampires. I'm watching Castlevania right now. And although Dracula might not be real, the vamps are. The vamps are real. The vamps. And a lot of people are vamps without you knowing it. Not just because they don't dress like vamps. They're vamps because they're sucking you dry of your energy, your time, your patience. And you need to make sure that you guard it. You guard that energy. And you have some left for yourself. You got to have time for yourself. You got to make time for yourself. And you can't just give out, because sometimes you need to give in. Sometimes you need to give in to how you feel. And holding yourself back from others is not a bad thing, because you need that energy for yourself. And not everything deserves your time and attention. You know, you got these celebrities out here, you got these certain public figures, people in the public eye. They would never stoop low to do certain things. You know, you got people that are royalty, people that think that's something. They would never stoop down to do certain things because they know to themselves that somebody, and no one is above you, no one is bigger than you. You need to say to yourself that you're somebody. You don't look down on people, but you know that you're not going to stoop that low to maintain something. If somebody doesn't give a shit about you, somebody doesn't give a shit about what you had, then you need to let it go and you need to move on. And I hope this video came to you at the right time, at the right moment, because it is so important to heal, to move on, and to let go, because that is the only way we grow. You're holding on to moments that have already slipped through your fingers, and now it's time for you to create new ones. And it's time for me to eat this chocolate. It's been melting in my hand this whole time. Just keep that in mind. Oh yeah.